You got to get out and vote.
U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and his Democratic rival Vice President Kamala Harris are campaigning around the country as the November 5th election approaches.
And with your help in November, we will win.
But the winner of the White House isn't decided by the popular vote. It's determined by which candidate can amass enough votes from what is called the Electoral College. When voters cast ballots for a presidential and vice presidential candidate, they are actually voting for a group or slate of electors. Each state in the U.S. is apportioned a certain number of electors. Nathaniel Burkhead is a professor of political science at Kansas State University.
The way that it works is rather than having a national popular vote, each state has a given set of electors, and the majority of the candidate who gets the majority in that state will then have those electors meet in what we call a college to actually formally cast a vote for president.
Electors are typically party loyalists who pledge to support the candidate who gets the most votes in their state. Each elector represents one vote in the Electoral College. Nationally, there are a total of 538 electors who make up the Electoral College, and a candidate needs the support of 270 to win the White House. Congress officially counts the votes after all 50 states have made their selections. This will happen on December 17th this year.
The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Joseph R. Biden, Jr. of the state of Delaware has received 306 votes. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 232 votes.
The system mandated by the U.S. Constitution was a compromise between the nation's founders, who debated whether the president should be picked by Congress or through a popular vote. The number of electors that each state receives is based on the number of representatives it has in Congress, which is based on the size of its population. Wyoming is the least populous state, and California is the most.
So Wyoming has one member of the House of Representatives and 2 senators. That means that they've got 3 Electoral College votes. By contrast, California, which is very populous, has, I believe, 52 representatives and then 2 senators, so they have 54 Electoral College votes.
Winning a state by a large margin is the same as winning by 1 vote, so campaigns tend to focus on states where a small shift can deliver all of its electoral votes. In the current election, battleground states include Pennsylvania and Georgia, among others. In 2000, Republican George W. Bush won the presidency but lost the popular vote. In 2016, Republican Donald Trump did the same, sparking calls for reforms to the winner-take-all system of electoral college votes in all but 2 U.S. states. Congress tried to repair flaws that were exposed after the 2020 election, when Trump falsely claimed he won and protesters stormed the Capitol seeking to overturn the result. In 2022, Congress passed the Electoral Count Reform Act to clarify that each state's governor or other official chosen by the state will certify the state's election results before they are delivered to Congress. Abolishing the Electoral College would require a constitutional amendment.